Welcome to Happy's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a simple weeknight dinner, one-pot meal of my take on a shrimp Alfredo classic. So the ingredients here, this is enough for 2 people. We have 4 ounces of thin spaghetti. You can also use angel hair or fettuccine depending on what you may have available. We have a cup of heavy cream, a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. We have the star of our show, so this is about a dozen shrimp that I've already peeled, deveined, and I've just added a tablespoon of white wine to let it marinate a little bit in. And then my favorite part of this dish is bacon. So you can see the bacon is a little bit weirdly shaped. One of my favorite kitchen secrets is I keep my bacon frozen in the freezer, and whenever I need it, I take it out and I just slice however much I need, and it's much easier to slice when it's frozen. And then to make it a true one-pot meal where we have our veggies as well as our proteins, I have a bunch of asparagus as well as a mushroom. For our seasoning, we also have 3 cloves of garlic and a hot pepper, mainly because I like a little spice to my Alfredo, since I find the heat cuts back on the oiliness of the dish otherwise. So we're just going to cook our bacon first. Traditionally, Alfredo is made with butter, but because this bacon is going to render a lot of fat, I just added a tablespoon of vegetable oil, and we're going to let the bacon's fat render over medium heat. This is going to take a couple minutes. While the bacon is cooking, we can prepare our vegetables. So first we can cut our asparagus. So there is going to be a tough end at the end of the asparagus, so I like to break it to see where it easily breaks, and then cut off the ends there. So for these, it's going to be about an inch. Then we just cut our asparagus into about 1 inch lengthwise. That's ready. And we're going to give our mushroom a diagonal cut. We can slice the cap like so. Now for the garlic. The easiest way to peel garlic, I find, is to just smash it first, and then the peel and the garlic just separates very easily like so. We're going to give our garlic just a rough chop. While the bacon is cooking, I also have a pot of boiling water here, and we can go ahead and drop in our angel hair pasta. So you should follow the directions on the pasta package as to how long the pasta should cook. For the thickness I'm using, the package recommended 8 minutes for al dente, so I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes. So you can see there's a golden color now on our bacon. There's been a lot of fat that's rendered out, which is exactly what we're looking for, all of that flavor. So now I'm going to turn my stove onto high, and we're going to add in our mushrooms. I love adding mushroom to pasta dishes because it's such a good carrier of flavor. The mushroom is going to soak up a lot of the flavor in the bacon, and it's going to melt that in with the cream sauce later and infuse that flavor throughout our pasta. When cooking mushroom, it's important to cook it on high so that you're searing the outside and locking in the moisture. Otherwise, the mushroom is going to give off a lot of liquid, and that's not going to be great for our sauce. So the mushroom has been cooking on high for 2 minutes now, and you can also see there's great color on our mushroom. So now I'm going to add in the asparagus as well as half of our garlic. Give that a stir. And you can turn the stove back onto medium-high. I'm also going to add a dash of salt. The asparagus has been cooking for a minute now. I'm going to crumble in our red pepper. Now turn the stove to medium-low, and we're going to add in our cream. So as soon as our cream sauce comes to a simmer, we can add in our Parmesan cheese. And just give that a stir. Now that our cheese has melted, we can go ahead and add in the shrimp, which also has a tablespoon of white wine that's also going to go in the sauce. So the biggest mistake I see people make when they're making shrimp is that they overcook it. Shrimp cooks super quickly. So here I'm just going to let it simmer in this gentle cream sauce until it turns pink. As soon as it turns pink, I'm going to turn off the stove. Also, a note on the pasta. You should undercook your pasta by about 2 minutes because we're going to put the pasta in the sauce and it's going to continue to cook there. So if you like your pasta al dente, you should take whatever is the recommended time, take off 2 minutes. So it only took a minute and you can see our shrimp has curled and the gray color has now become pink. So now I'm going to add in our pasta, which has also finished cooking. So it looks like the sauce is very liquidy, but there's going to be starch around the pasta and that's going to help our sauce come together. If you find the sauce to be too liquidy for your liking, you can also add in, for example, a chunk of cream cheese, or you can turn the stove to high and just reduce the sauce a little bit. So give that a stir. So here I'm just going to turn the stove up and let it reduce for a quick minute. So because we like our pasta super garlicky, here is the reserved other half of the garlic that we will add now. So splitting our garlic will add a layer of depth to our flavor. And the garlic flavor will be more prominent here since we're adding it as we're getting ready to plate our pasta. Our shrimp Alfredo is done. So it might look like it's super fancy, but you can do this in 30 minutes or less. So I would recommend you give it a try on your weekday, and feel free to substitute in for your favorite vegetables. Thanks for watching, and happy cooking!